What we have to do.
Even the police commissioner, Jody Weiss, was pulled away from an interview at the sound of gunfire nearby. It has shaken a community already shell-shocked by gang warfare. There were 41 arrests and 11 guns recovered over the weekend in the city during a big drug bust.
We're in a state of emergency over here with our children. We need the National Guard.
In the last week, at least 50 people were shot and 6 killed. Police said mild weather may have been a contributing factor in encouraging bad elements out into the streets. If so, things could get a lot worse as spring turns to summer in the city. Dean Reynolds, CBS News.
Living out here is like do or die, murder and suicide. Never heard of some of the drugs people buy. Kinda nervous from what I've seen on Channel 5. First lift from dreaming, wake me up at any time. Now here it's like do or die, murder and suicide. Never heard of some of the drugs people buy. Kinda nervous from what I've seen on Channel 5. First lift from dreaming, wake me up at any time. Yeah, so they've been looking for this rapist, investigating 8 different cases. Since Lacey works the late shift, he sits alone in his basement, staring at a picture of her face getting wasted. Shit, she never see it coming like the others. I can see her running, crying, reaching for her mother. Thoughts of dying passed through her mind. Picture that when she was blind, so she couldn't see him coming back. Now picture 17 years, one sweet 16, dreams disappear. Screams of a young teen fade in the rear. I shook when I thought about her fear. Thought about my niece, thought about my sister. Thought about the ghetto and how much it's gonna miss her. Thought about my mama and how it made me feel. Thought about my gun and pray nobody will. Living out here is like do or die, murder and suicide. Never heard of some of the drugs people buy. Kinda nervous from what I've seen on Channel 5. First lift from dreaming, wake me up at any time. Now here it's like do or die, murder and suicide. Never heard of some of the drugs people buy. Kinda nervous from what I've seen on Channel 5. First lift from dreaming, wake me up at any time.
Touchdown, 3-pointers, field goals, finger rolls. Touchdown with 3-pointers just to get the shipment sold. We spit it through the microphone to get the friction told. Fighting against this bullshit got me in restriction mode. Don't really wanna do it, but we forced into flipping O's. Take a young prince, turning blood, watch him cripple those. Cold with the heat, weight on Neil Lonzo. Banging on his chest like percussionists on bongos. Natives of the Congo, considered dung ho. By the time she turns 18, she's considered a young hoe. Pop's gone, her mom hits, crack pipes and bare dicks. Lines in her veins, now she's HIV infected. We can't imagine what she's dealt with. 6 kids helpless, no wealth, feeling worthless. Now feel me speaking through these verses. Live from Channel 5, I'm reporting all the
Living out here is like do or die, murder and suicide. Never heard of some of the drugs people buy. Kinda nervous from what I've seen on Channel 5. First lift from dreaming, wake me up at any time. Now here it's like do or die, murder and suicide. Never heard of some of the drugs people buy. Kinda nervous from what I've seen on Channel 5. First lift from dreaming, wake me up at any